If only you guys knew how long it just took me to set up this shot in the mirror without things showing or... Anyway, I'm ready. Today I'm going to show you how I curl my hair. It's a little ironic that I'm now doing it at a time when I can't even leave, so I don't even know why I'm doing my hair. But here we are. Let's begin. So to start, I use this really fancy curling iron. It's a Remington. I think it was $25 maybe from Target. It's an 1 to 1/2 inch. Now I could probably just use an 1 one or even like an 1.5 inches because my hair is long enough. But before, my hair was so short that I needed a small one. Otherwise, I could only get it around like once. I'm holding that way too close to my face while it's still hot. I honestly crank it up to 410. I know that's really bad for your hair, and that's also probably why I have so much breakage, but you know, gets the job done. I don't do my hair that much, so before everyone freaks out and yells at me that I'm killing it, I know. I usually do blow dry it at least to get the roots dry. Otherwise I get like curlies around the roots and I'm just not a fan. So I'll usually blow dry just to make sure it gets straight, and then otherwise this is just how it is naturally. Not my favorite. I try and dry it to one side, otherwise my hair gets confused and then it just takes longer because I'm like curling pieces, but then I have to flip it and then it's curled the wrong way and it's a huge disaster. So I would try and pick your part in the beginning. Halfway through the day it doesn't matter, and I'm literally just like going like this and I'm switching all the time. To start, you want to have a guideline. So I usually will start on the side with less hair. I don't really have reasons for any of this, and if I'm doing it wrong, please don't tell me because I really don't care. I grab relatively small pieces and I try and get the hair as flat as possible, and then take my trusty Remington curling iron and I start at the root on the 1 inch end, and then I wrap it around, but then I don't totally wrap it all the way at the end, and sometimes I'll kind of spin it while I'm going, and then I let it go, and it's nice. Loose. I mean, it's not that loose, but you don't want to pull them out or anything yet because they'll fall pretty fast later, at least for me. My hair does hold a curl, but the longer it gets, the heavier it is, and you don't want to waste your curl while you're just curling the other pieces. And I know a lot of people like separate them into sections. That is a lot of work, so I just start with the top and work my way down, and I kind of like just... No, that doesn't work. I kind of just try and push it out of the way. I do try and get some of the back pieces while I'm doing the sides, so then I just don't have to worry about them later, but I will go through the back and kind of like blindly pick out pieces that feel like they haven't been curled. As you can see, I'm really good at explaining it, and I really have this down to a science. I also accidentally turn my curling iron off all the time, and then I don't understand why my hair is not curling. I get very frustrated. It's really fun when you're in a hurry. We'll stress that you don't want to do a giant piece because if it's all going the same way, it'll just look like it's not curled. And you need all of the little ones to give yourself some volume if you're like me, and otherwise it's just really flat. And I don't hold it on that long. I'm not trying to get like Shirley Temple curls. And if you do get a Shirley Temple curl, don't freak out because I always go over with a straightener afterwards, because though that seems counterintuitive, I really do feel like it's helpful. P.S. my hair feels especially soft. It's because I've been using my dpHue shampoo and conditioner. I'd run out for a while and I feel like I don't notice until then I use it again and I'm like, oh. It's like if you like didn't ever know that you needed glasses and put on glasses and suddenly everything's super clear. It's like, this is what it's supposed to be like? Got it. So again, yeah, no clips here. We just throw it the other way and hope that it doesn't fall back over, but it usually does, gets in the way. Sometimes I curl it again. You know, it's a process. I think this is like my first ever like full-on tutorial, again, which feels ironic that it's during the quarantine when no one can do anything, but now you have time to try it. And then if it doesn't work out, then you don't have to like wear it on a night out. Okay, so now we have the front piece, which it's a delicate situation here. I run my fingers through it, see how we're doing, if I have any pieces that I missed. We do want some of these back ones especially to be curled, otherwise it's like curly and then it just gets like flat. But at the same time I have to be careful because since they're so short, if I curl them too much, then they'll just like start sticking up strange ways, which is why I try and like really aim it down. I'm definitely curling it in the way I want it to fall. I'm talking like there's actually a method to madness. This front piece, definitely don't want a big piece. Just want the prominent ones that are gonna be literally hanging down, and make sure it's super flat as I drop it. And don't do that. Make sure it's super flat, and then you wrap it around. Kind of a trial and error of like how many times you want to wrap it around because you don't want it to be like a curly cue, but also that didn't work because I turned off my curling iron again. So hold please.
One eternity later.
So you grab that front piece, and it's almost like I feel like I separate the front piece into 2 layers. The top layer is the most important. Make sure you don't get the end. Perfect. And that looks stupid right now, but if you put it aside for a sec, and then we make sure And then you take this bottom layer of the front piece and you do the same. I might end up going over a couple of the pieces again, but for the most part, there's side one. Now on to side two. I'll do the back in the end because honestly, a lot of the times I feel like I know the back doesn't look good, but as long as I don't know how bad it looks, I just pretend it's okay. So again, we start at the back. Annoying short ones, which I have to make sure I don't curl too much and that they lay flat. I mean, now we're kind of just repeating the exact same thing, so let me finish this and then we'll get to the styling portion. You can tell it's much hotter on this side because these are getting to be a little Shirley Temple. Getting these under pieces so we don't have to deal with them later. For me, I put so much styling stuff in it later that it's like, if there's one piece that's kind of straight or if it's just like not curled the right way, it doesn't usually matter. I guess you could totally start with the bottom too. I just start with the top so then I can like not have to use clips or anything and I just toss it over. I think I could probably do that regardless, but this is my technique and I'm sticking to it. Up until college, I didn't know how to curl my hair, and in college, I made my friend Caroline curl it for me all the time, and one night, we were pre-gaming, and I was like, Caroline, will you come do my hair? And she was like, just do it yourself! After, like, years of her always doing it, and I was like, and then I went and tried, and I was like, oh, this is pretty easy. I do feel like I get the longer side a little curlier, just because when it's longer, it's heavier, and it'll fall out easier. Not actually fall out, but, like, the curls fall out, you know? Here is my battle. It's knowing what to do with all of these because like, do I keep the perfect part? Do I let them flop over the other side? Who knows? So I get very thin, like they can be relatively wide, but they have to be thin pieces. Be careful you don't burn yourself. And I almost am like pulling my hair down so it will go as flat as possible. Oh, see, that's a perfect one. But why does it keep turning off? I also think this curling iron's broken, so that's what I'm working with. Anyone watching, if you used to watch Beauty Break, did you ever think I would be doing an actual hair tutorial that wasn't a joke? I didn't. I'm really glad, knock on wood, that I haven't burned myself on camera yet, because I was expecting that to happen. Oh my goodness. I couldn't be happier. I'm like trying to look at the camera and you're over the mirror. It's confusing. Wow, that really couldn't have gone better. Well done. Delicately move that aside. And we get this one last little front piece. Ta-da! Oh my god, why didn't this happen yesterday? I wish I had filmed yesterday's because it genuinely took me over an hour to do all this. And I've only been filming for 18 minutes right now. And I had to take a break because I turned it off. I haven't done the back yet though. So honestly, I've asked hairdressers even what their techniques are for doing the back of their own hair. No one really seems to have a great answer. I kind of literally just, I start in the middle and I kind of part it almost. And then just start feeling for pieces that don't feel curled. I know a lot of people switch direction also when they're like, they'll do like one curl in this way, one curl that way. I just do them all the same on this side. I do them all back, this side I do them all back. And again, I'm never looking at the back of my hair, so I don't really care. I try and make it like so it's not horrible, but I know it's never going to be great. And I've just kind of accepted that. My one advice would be to focus on the top pieces because then you could hide the bottom ones that you maybe forgot or didn't realize were there, which is also well, like kind of pull it up and like can tell like those are curled. That is not. Oh my god, my arms are tired. But can we talk about how like a year ago I couldn't even curl my hair because I was in too much pain every time I would like lean forward or lift my arms up. So progress. I don't really know why I'm finishing this right now. It's not like I'm leaving the house. No one's even gonna see the back. Spends 20 more minutes doing the back of her hair. Oh my god. Okay, and now we turn the straightener on. Honestly, I barely have to, but I'll do it just. How long has that been on there? We'll show you just for principle. P.S. while that's heating up, favorite hair product besides the dpHue shampoo and conditioner, the blonde one specifically. This is the Unite 7 Seconds Detangler. It's like a leave-in conditioner. I put it in when my hair's still wet right out of the shower and it smells so good. That's honestly why I like it the most. But it makes your hair nice and soft too. I'm literally, like I have nothing to do today. I was just gonna film this video and this is like the best it's turned out first try in so long. Straightener is hot. This one is a Infinity Pro by Conair. I honestly don't have like super nice hair stuff. Like these are all from Target. Usually because I lose or break them. Okay, so for the straightener, I usually will go through just like the tips. So I do put it the hottest still. You know, kind of just like pull pieces out and go through it quickly. So it's not like I'm straightening it, but just like flattening it like just a little bit. Just like you're telling your hair like, do less. And this is usually where I get to pieces that I'll be like, oh, I straightened that one too much, now I have to redo it. Or like I notice a piece that maybe could be more curled. Like this one, I feel like is in a crucial spot and deserves a little more volume. Again, for my day where I'm doing nothing. Perfect. Okay. The straightener mostly comes in handy for like the bottom pieces, which I didn't curl the bottom ones on that side that well. But in the back, usually mine will get kind of curly. So, and on this side, a little more hair. So also I'm like picking up pieces and getting like sections that I'm straightening. It's not just like all of it at once. See, I'm pretty happy with it. That was so much easier than it normally is. I mean, it's not usually hard, but it's just a process. Also, tricks you, because some pieces they'll look straight, but then you're like, oh no, I just need to like weave it into that curl, and then it's fine. I do a lot of tousling throughout the day. Oh, and then we're not done. Literally almost just fell. To finish it off, I usually, if we were living in a perfect world, I would have the living proof dry shampoo as well. I know you're like, but I thought your hair was clean. Why would you use dry shampoo? Sometimes I feel like it's just like touching it. It just gets like some oils or it's like a little piecey. I just want it to be like a little drier. So I've been using either the living proof dry shampoo, but it is a little expensive. So any dry shampoo works. And I'll just do like a little on the roots. This one's also a texturizing dry shampoo, so it like gives you texture. I'll leave now. Oh my god, why does it look so good today? I'm so mad that I can't go anywhere. Okay, so yeah, I'll do that to the roots, and then we finish it off with a texturizing spray, which I know that was a texturizing dry shampoo, but then there's actual like volume sprays. This one's my favorite. It's also living proof. It's also a little expensive, but you don't need like a lot of it. And I will literally lift up sections and get and not usually talk, so it doesn't usually go in my mouth. Oh my god. I spray down. I'm not gonna talk and do that at the same time now. This one I like because it really doesn't make it feel you have like a ton of stuff in your hair. It doesn't make it like sticky or anything. And then most importantly, because there could be pieces we need to like fake style now, I use the most in the back and underneath. And then I tousle everything and pull it all apart and down. And that's how I do my hair. Sometimes I leave this side down. Sometimes I'll like, you leave like some bit out, but like put some bit behind. Like tousle these pieces, give it some volume too. Good thing about putting it behind your ear is like, usually if your hair was straight, you would get the dent, but when it's curled, it doesn't matter. And then throughout the day, who knows? Maybe I'll switch sides. Which the sides may be a little flat because I didn't curl it that well. But you know, it usually works. And if you have enough texturizing spray, you just move things around and then it looks like you curled it. It takes a while to do it the first time, but then it is really easy to maintain throughout the day, / I can usually make it last a day or two. Today it's really just fallen into place. The universe is like, well, you're stuck in quarantine, so we're giving you something. Well, that's it. Now I'm ready for the day. Even though now I'm probably just gonna go sit on the couch. I hope that was a helpful tutorial. I would offer to do more, but I don't know how to do anything else. So subscribe if you want to see other stuff. Let me know any ideas you have for story time specifically, because it seems like you guys like those, and those are easy to film. So I hope you're staying safe and having a good quarantine and you aren't too bored. If you are, try out my hair routine. Okay, bye.